India's bold stand in the South China Sea, a game-changer for regional power dynamics. Imagine a vast ocean where ancient claims clash with modern laws, threatening the free flow of global trade. Welcome to the heart of the South China Sea drama, where India's recent moves are stirring up waves of intrigue and alliance building. As tensions simmer between China and its neighbors, India's External Affairs Minister has stepped up with a powerful endorsement of the Philippines' rights in this contested waterway, especially in the face of China's bold territorial pushes. This isn't just diplomatic chit-chat, it's a reaffirmation rooted in a pivotal 2023 joint declaration that urged China to respect a fair, rule-following system for the seas, spotlighting the groundbreaking 2016 Arbitral Tribunal decision that backed the Philippines' position. For those new to this, think of the tribunal as an international court that settled a key dispute, ruling that China's expansive claims overstepped legal boundaries, yet China dismissed it, which is where the real friction begins. At its core, the South China Sea is a bustling hub of waterways surrounded by countries like the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei, making it a hotspot for both economic opportunities and geopolitical rivalries. China's infamous 9-line, a map outlining vast swaths of the sea as its own, has sparked heated arguments over gems like the Scarborough Shoal and the Spratly Islands, areas rich in fish, oil, and potential gas reserves that multiple nations, including the Philippines and Vietnam, also call their own. But it's not just about who owns what patch of water or rock. This feud ripples out to affect everyone's ability to sail freely, which is vital since about one-third of the world's shipping passes through here, carrying everything from electronics to energy supplies. Disruptions could hike up prices on your next smartphone or fuel bill. Talk about stakes that hit home for all of us. India's story in this region goes back decades, starting with its Look East policy in the 1990s, which was all about forging stronger business links and locking in reliable sources of oil and gas from Southeast Asia. Fast forward to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's era, and it's morphed into the more proactive Act East policy, ramping up not just trade, but also defense pacts and joint efforts to keep the peace. Why the upgrade? India's eyes are firmly on the bigger Indo-Pacific picture, where stable seas mean secure trade routes for its growing economy. A prime example is India's hands-on involvement in drilling for oil and gas in zones off Vietnam's coast, areas China contests, showing India's willingness to back international rules like those in the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, which basically sets the global playbook for ocean rights and responsibilities. For beginners, UNCLOS is like the traffic rules for the world's oceans, ensuring no one bullies their way around. Ties between India and the Philippines have warmed up noticeably in recent years, with moves like setting up a dedicated defense liaison office in Manila and ramping up joint naval drills and training sessions. These aren't just symbolic, they're practical steps that build trust and shared skills, helping both countries tackle threats like piracy or territorial bullying together. It's a smart way to weave a safety net across the region, turning potential rivals into partners. But here's where it gets controversial. India's playbook in the South China Sea is a delicate dance around its thorny ties with China, especially after the deadly 2020 clash in the Galwan Valley along their shared border, which left dozens dead and trust in tatters. By championing UNCLOS and that 2016 ruling, India is signaling a tougher line against China's overreaches, positioning itself as a champion of fair play in international waters. Some might argue this is India quietly poking the bear, China, to assert its own space in Asia, but is it risking escalation or fostering balance? And this is the part most people miss. While India calls for rules, it also avoids direct confrontation, opting for subtle pressure through alliances. Peering into the future, India sees the South China Sea as a linchpin for keeping the Indo-Pacific calm and commerce humming. After all, any blockade here could snarl supply chains worldwide. That's why India leans hard on ASEAN, the Southeast Asian alliance, as the central player in its strategy, pushing for group decisions even amid the bloc's internal squabbles, like different views on how to handle China. This balanced tactic lets India emerge as a steady voice for harmony, nudging everyone, including a reluctant China, toward teamwork on sea governance, perhaps through shared patrols or environmental protections. Wrapping it up, India's shifting role in the South China Sea mirrors its savvy foreign policy at large, juggling homegrown priorities with a push for secure neighborhoods amid escalating China frictions. With hands-on, values-driven outreach, India isn't just protecting its slice of the pie, it's helping craft a united front for orderly seas in the Indo-Pacific, one that could redefine power balances for years to come. What do you think? Is India's approach a bold counter to China's dominance, or does it walk too fine a line? Could this lead to more unity in Asia, or spark unintended conflicts? Share your takes in the comments. I'd love to hear if you agree or see it differently. Source link: https://www.insightsonindia.com/202/0/19/editorial-analysis-India's-nuanced-approach-in-the-South-China-Sea